Okay. Hello, everybody. I have a special guest on here tonight, and I'm Annika Ödling. I'm a certified holistic health coach and the founder of Health with Annika. So please welcome Miss Portia from Florida. She's a professional belly dancer and has been doing this for 20 years. So hello. Hi, Portia.
Hi, thank you so much for having me, my love. It's been a mission, and now we're together. Finally, super honored to be here.
Thank you. Thank you for coming, actually. So for people out there, the story 20 years of belly dancing, that's a long time. So you started in your 20 something, am I correct?
Yes, I started taking classes when I was 23 and then fell in love with it and started my own business when I was 25.
Wow. That's a long time. So what made you start belly dancing? How did it, start?
So there's two reasons I started, but I want to share the most impactful reason that I think will really help your listeners and other women. I started because I was in an abusive relationship with a boyfriend at the time when I was in college. And this was physical, emotional, mental abuse that had stripped me of my essence, of my self-confidence and worth. And I remember just being so numb and really sleepwalking through life at that time. And my friend was like, come with me to a belly dance class. It was a Tuesday night, 6:30 p.m. And I was like, okay. And I went. And for the first time in a while, I felt a little spark of energy. I felt like I wanted to smile. And the dance was so unique and so empowering that it just gave me a little taste of hope at that time because I was very depressed. And I just kept going back. And not only did it help me get out of that relationship, but it helped me with, body dysmorphia. It helps me with confidence. So much so that after 6 months, I said, I'm going to be a belly dancer. I'm going to graduate with my degree and start all over and become a belly dancer.
Wow.
So
That's a
how
powerful
impactful
story.
it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was getting beat. The person that was abusing me spent about 10 months in jail for one of the episodes. So this was a severe situation. And it's hard when you're in that position, battered women syndrome. You really just, it's hard to feel good. It's hard to connect with others because you're ashamed. And man, that belly dance class just really saved me in that time. Yeah.
I can only imagine. I have friends that's been where you are, and you are such a strong woman. Remember that.
Thank you.
You are. You are. So be proud of you. And so you became a belly dancer, and this career, taking it online from the pandemic. Yeah.
Yeah. So
What
I
happened?
started teaching belly dance at a very small gym, started to learn, opened up my business, super immature, super green. I didn't know about marketing, accounting. I didn't know anything, but I knew how to teach and I had passion. And that's the only reason the business worked, because I didn't know about reconciling. I had no idea about anything related to business. I had not studied any business courses. But I had so much love to give, and it helped me belly dancing so much that I wanted to give that to other people. So I was super passionate. And when people would come, whether it was one or two people, I was fully vested in their experience. I wanted to know them. I wanted them to learn the moves. So this authenticity and this really great delivery of a service spoke for itself. And so the business just organically grew. And then of course I had to learn some things and hire people and go through the whole blood, sweat, and tears of running a small business. But it's always ever been about teaching and about bringing joy and confidence to others. That's been my mission from day one, and it'll never change. So I'll be here teaching till the end. Yeah.
Wow. I love your passion and the energy just you're sending. I can almost, feel it. And I've seen a lot of your classes. And believe me, I'm also dancing with Miss Portia home. So do join her. It's so much fun, and it really lifts up your endorphins, just as we said, the happy hormones, and makes you feel good afterwards. Yes.
Yeah.
So I do know also in this, journey, becoming your belly dancer, all this, but I do know there is something more that happened with your son. Would you like to tell us?
Sure. So after being in business for about 15 years, the pandemic occurred in 2020. We all went through it. We all, experienced that together. And that threw a little, a screw into the mix, if you will. And all of my teachers and staff, we had to operate online on the computer. And that was a big challenge. Wasn't sure if we were going to keep going, but we were pushing through. We all were. I think the whole world was. I'm not the only one that was, pivoting. But then my son developed a mass that turned out to be cancer. He was 5 years old. So imagine we're in the middle of the pandemic. No one can hug. You can't go anywhere. You're wearing masks. School's not in session. No one knows what's going on. And my son has cancer. I'm like, wow, it was life-changing. It was one of the hardest things I ever had to overcome. And so I stopped working, and he went through his treatment, and then unfortunately his cancer came back. So he had a relapse within months. So imagine you're cancer-free, yay, and you celebrate, you ring the bell. I can go back to work. I can start dancing again. He can go back to life. Like his hair's growing back. Life goes back. He survived. Some children don't survive. It's a very, very hard journey for parents and families with pediatric cancer. It's tough. But I was super grateful and looking forward to, restarting life. And then unfortunately his cancer came back, which required an aggressive treatment. I lived in the hospital on and off for about 8 months, staying on for a week, going home for 3 days, going back for 10 days while he received high-dose chemo. So at that point, in the first time in my life, I did not listen to belly dance music, Arabic music. I did not dance. Everything stopped, and I literally just survived living, in a hospital. So that was a tough one. Coming back once he was in remission, my confidence had plummeted. I was extremely anxious. I didn't know if I still had it to bring it to the classroom. And I remember the first year, so much anxiety before every class. You would never know because I played it off, but I was dying inside because of all these emotions of survivor guilt, feeling out of rhythm, feeling like, do I deserve to be here? So I had my own internal healing to go through. And again, the belly dance saved me because I had to show up and be here for these girls who were also going through different things. It forced me to find that strength, push through, and with time start to recover. So it saved me. Again, belly dance has saved me many times. And in response, I hope that I save others, give them a little sprinkle of hope, of happiness that helps them to keep going.
You have been through so much in, even though it sounds in a long time, but trying to have your business, taking care of your son, and the pandemic, all of that at the same time. I can only, I don't know, I'm speechless actually. What don't you do, moms, I don't know where the strength comes from. Do you have an answer there? Because I don't know, it's just,
it's like you're not given a choice. Like, you have to fight. There's no other option. But it does take a toll on women and their bodies. I think women take the brunt of most of the responsibility when it comes to children, when it comes to household, when it comes to being the nurturer, typically, of a family. I say typically the woman's responsibility, really, it's the woman's responsibility to kind of hold everybody together and keep things together. At least that's how it is in my house. So, it's tough, and our bodies take a beating. And after all of this, return to normal, my thyroid is messed up. It's not working right. Like, you start to see how stress really affects your body, and how disease, pain, emotional, mental, it all comes from stress, and we have to learn how to cope and manage with that stress. And so any outlet we can find is fantastic, as long as it's positive. Drinking and eating all day, probably not the best method to coping mechanism, if you will. Belly dancing, yes. Yoga, yes. Walks, yes. But substance abuse, this type of thing, no. So the belly dancing, I think, really helps a lot of people that are in pain to take a break from that pain and be distracted for that hour. And it helps them heal. Time heals. And if you're doing good things, even if you push yourself, you don't want to even go, you're like so down. But if you keep going, I promise there's light. But you have to keep going, and only you can do that. No one can do it for you. You have to do it.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I tell my clients all the time. It's the only one who can actually, do something is you, and the healing and everything starts with you, just like you have done. And it is a 24/7 job to take care of you. It's hard. It is definitely. I really admire you, I have to tell you, and even coaches out there, do this dancing, because I'm telling you, I don't know what my neighbors would say, but I do dance for you just in my kitchen sometimes, between colleagues and, all these interviews. Shake it off, because it's so good. It is.
And for
it really,
you, because you're an energy worker, you're a healer. You're giving a lot of energy when you're coaching, when you're taking in someone's stress, anxiety, pain, concern, challenge, problem. You absorb that. So you also need to do things that inspire you and replenish you. And I'm the energy worker too. These beauties come in. This one's husband just died. This one just had a double mastectomy and a hysterectomy. This one's husband is cheating on her. I mean, you name it, like, just life, right? And I'm like, that's it.
Exactly.
I give them the love, and I make them laugh, and I'll do a little thing, and it reached them. But then by the end of class, I'm exhausted. Like, I feel that energy dissipated. So all of you girls watching, including you, my love, you do have to take care of yourself. And women, again, tend to carry the weight of the world, the weight of the family. So,
Nurturing everybody's everything. Yes. Nurturing everybody's everything, and forgetting about yourself. That is so common for women. And yes, and just taking deep breaths and shaking it off, do whatever you need to do to calm the nervous system, whether it's dancing, yoga, just as said, or deep breathing. Do it. And sometimes, just like you said, we feel like, oh, I don't have the energy, I don't want to. But sometimes we need to just push it through and go there, because it gives you energy afterwards.
That's right.
So
And you know how you
that's the
feel
word.
good,
Yes.
after you do it, that feeling of crossing the finish line, that gets better and better. So anyone who's super down, super depressed, super lost or numb, one little foot in front of the other, one little step, and you'll feel a little bit, even if it's just this much. Then the next day you go, or the next time, you'll feel a little bit more. And this starts to heal you, but you got to do it. It's got to be you.
Yeah. And everybody is welcome, age, size, whatever. Just put yourself out there and shake it off, right?
A lot of ladies come. My clientele is a little bit older now. I've been doing it for so long. We've all kind of grown together. But I will say that over the last 20 years, probably one of the most common reasons I've heard why women don't come to belly dance is they say, oh, well, I have to lose my belly first, or, oh, I'm too fat, or I'm too old for that. Like, not in a way that, I mean, we're our own worst enemy. I'm like, you're not too old, you're not too fat, you're missing out, girl. Why are you holding yourself back? This is a safe space. This is a dance studio. It's full of communal energy. And the beauty of Arabic dance is that it's meant to jiggle wiggle, and it's gentle. So like almost any age can enjoy it. We're not doing flips. If you told me, hey, I want to do, gymnastics, and I'm 75, I'd be like, okay. But belly dance, yes, I have 80-year-olds, I have all ages, and it's super gentle, but super fun. And it brings back the mojo, flojo, as I say, which is that femininity that we lose when we have kids, when our bodies change. I mean, I remember breastfeeding and being like, what is my life right now? Like, it was the most beautiful thing, but I also was like, boobs are for milk? What? It was the complete opposite of like, boobs, so I had this whole not fun, motherhood transition where it's like, now your boobs are for feeding a baby. I'm like, whoa, that's not what I had ingrained. Thanks, marketing and culture, that boobs were supposed to be sexy. And oh, what a weird, awkward time that was. And I didn't feel sexy or pretty. I just felt like a mom. I was wearing sweatpants with, spit up. And I mean, because that's where you're at. So it's hard. And then as we age, menopause, perimenopause, what's happening? Wait, and now I'm old, so I'm no longer worth anything. Bull crap, have fun. You know what I tell people? This is something I discovered through belly dance. Yeah, I miss my body when I was 20. I do, I miss it. But you know what I don't miss? All of the wisdom and the brain that I have today. I would not trade it for that body. I would not want to go back. And I think most of us wouldn't. Hey, you want to be 25 again? Nope. Thanks. Been there, done that. I made plenty of mistakes. I'm happy where I'm at, So think of all that you've accomplished and all the mistakes we made. But now we learn.
Yeah.
And young people, that their journey is about to begin. They're going to make some mistakes. And so I'll take the brain. I miss the body, but it's okay. I'll take the brain.
It is okay. And be proud of that belly that's carried, your babies. Oh my God, because that's a beautiful thing. And not just like you said, I think a lot of women they miss this feeling of, you know, feeling sexy, because it is important, feeling beautiful, having this a relationship to yourself. It kind of, I don't know, it goes out of the window, just like you said, when you have kids. It's like, oh, and we talk down
Or if you have a kid
ourselves.
that's sick, or a kid that's disabled, or a kid that's abusing drugs and is having a hard time with puberty or whatever, you
Yeah.
lose that part because you put it on hold to take care
Yeah.
of whomever it may be. It could be a mother taking care of your mom. It could be
Yeah.
anything. And we lose
Yeah.
that. It's almost like you feel guilty to want to put makeup or feel pretty. I
Mhm.
remember with my son in the hospital, I was not about to put on makeup and be happy. Kids are dying in the
Yeah.
room next to me. Like there's no reason for me to be
Mhm.
happy. So these things strip us of our
Yeah.
being, you know, and feeling
Yeah.
beautiful and sexy and confident. You deserve it. It's unfair to
Mhm.
think otherwise. But when we're in something that's hard to handle and painful, sometimes it takes someone or something to bring that out of us, you know, to give us permission.
Mhm.
Like I give you permission to put on makeup, even though your child is sick and someone is suffering. I give you permission.
Mhm.
You know, I think women don't want to be
Yeah.
selfish. We're selfless sometimes, but
Yeah.
in the end, really the only one who suffers is us. In the end,
Exactly. You said it.
you know,
You said it.
when it's all
And
said and done.
another thing, yeah. Another thing I was thinking here, if there's women out there watching, they're going to see this.
Mhm.
What would you say to all these ladies if they're a little bit on their fence? They want to come to the class, they want to do the belly dancing, or they want to put on this beautiful clothing, you know, and shake it off. And people will have opinions and all that. And, you know, what's your advice for them?
Here's my advice, because I've gone through this through the internet of being made fun of and called out for so many reasons, for being too old, for being sweaty, uh, whatever, right? In the
Mhm.
end, we're only here for so long. Do you have fun? Try it. We're not jumping out of a plane. Okay, we're not climbing Mount Everest, which is cool too, don't get me wrong. But putting on a class and saying, let me see if I can do this. Let me see what this is about. It's so
Mhm.
important, whether it's belly dance or I'm going to learn to ride a bike or I'm going to go roller skating. You got to do it. Do it. Garden. I don't know. Do something that's you,
Mhm.
or a few things that are you, to really bring you joy.
Mhm.
If not, you're going to be cleaning, food shopping, dishes, listening to significant others, solving problems, helping kids get into college, watching kids get married. I mean, handling all of the logistics, which is fine, but what
Mhm.
about you? You know, enjoy
Mhm.
yourself, and everybody else around you will actually want to be around you more because you'll be more fulfilled, you know, and you set
Exactly.
the example for your family and your friends. Um,
Mhm.
there's nothing more than talking the talk and walking the walk, you know,
Yes. Walking
doing
the
it.
walk.
Oh, it's important to exercise, but you never exercise. You know,
Mhm.
it's important to, you know, have a health coach and a life coach and a therapist, but you don't have one. You know, like talk the talk, walk the walk, and I promise you, there's good to come of it. No one ever took a
It
belly dance
is.
class and said, that was, oh my God, my life is ruined forever. Said no one ever. So you gotta try it. Try it. Try something. Try anything. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because, you know, going to the gym is not for everybody, or running is not for everybody. You need to find what works for you or what you enjoy. When you enjoy it, you will do it and you will keep on doing it. So,
That's
exactly.
it.
Um, I also know something more. You just released something fantastic. Would you tell the world about it?
Yeah, so once the pandemic came and I closed my studio, lived in the hospital, I didn't open up a space again. I had no brick and mortar place. So I started teaching online. And now I've gotten to a point where I'm offering an online membership where you can take any class you want, any time of the day, from your phone, your computer, your TV. There's an app for that, as they say. So if you go to join.bellymotions.com, you can try out belly dancing. There's a free trial. So if you're like, I don't really know, and it's super affordable. It's $19.99 a month. It's $20 a month. You can dance whenever you want. And yeah, that's it. Yeah, would love for you guys to try it. Love it, love it, love it.
Yes,
Yeah.
so don't hesitate, really. Put it on, try it in your living room, your kitchen, wherever you are, and just go with the flow and enjoy it, right?
Look, today was belly dance disco.
Like me in the kitchen, in the middle of the kitchen or in the middle of the living room, and my kids are like, Mom.
That's it. Whatever.
Yeah.
Talking the talk, walking the walk.
Right? Exactly. So tell me, Ms. Portia, where can they find you? Your website, your contact information?
Yes. So you can find my cute butt anywhere. The website is join.bellymotions.com. I'm on all the social medias at Belly Motions. YouTube is great. It's a great resource if you're on a budget and you're like, P, I just don't have $20 a month. There's a whole bunch of free classes on YouTube. There's ads, but that's okay. Just take a water break. I have access for everyone. YouTube, if you want more private, where you have a bigger selection and there's no ads, go to join.bellymotions.com and you can try the online library, and you can belly dance from your phone, your computer, and also from your TV. There's the Roku app. So anyone who has Roku, you can see me on your TV. There's my ad. And you could
You're
like
gonna
my
love
ad.
this lady.
By the way, I have to give everyone a disclaimer. I'm wearing this because today we did disco belly dance. Every once in a while on our Friday class, we call it Feel Good Friday, we do belly dance for fun, for fitness. And today I said, we're going to do disco belly dance. So everyone dressed up disco. And I'll show you my outfit. This is what we do. And so we did lots of disco today. With some belly dance moves, just to be, you know why? Just for fun. And you know, everyone in the class was smiling. They left feeling elated. That's the whole point. Why? Because it's fun. Because it feels good. That's why. Because I got to tell my husband, bye, I'm going to work. And this is what I wore. Makeup.
Love it. And looking beautiful.
Do you?
Feeling great.
Do you guys?
Yes. Yes. So to conclusion this talk, this interview, to all ladies out there, grab your clothes, dress up, shake it off. Don't be afraid. Just be you. Try this out and contact Miss Portia for belly dancing, and really let go of fear. It's easy. Start easy and try it out. You will find her everywhere. So this is for tonight. I'm Annika Ödling. I'm your certified holistic health coach, and hope to see you soon. Have a great night. Bye.